Hello, everyone. This is your girl Shanidra with Beyond the Cover. Yes, where you discover exactly what it is that God has you to do. Now, today's topic is God's protection isn't rejection. It's not. Now, we may look at it when we don't go beyond the cover. See, he wants us to go beyond the cover. So what may seem like rejection is really God's protection. But before we dive on up in that one, let me show you what I have because I'll forget about this stuff because I'll be so excited to get into the word. So before I get into the word, I have so many exciting things to tell you guys about and show you guys. So you might want to get your journals and your pens ready. With God, all things are possible. We will have these available. We have them available now, so you might want to get them on the website or come on to the store or message me if you would like one of these journals before they are sold out. So get you with God, All Things Are Possible journal. I'm trying to package all my items, most of my items with the journal so that you guys can automatically have it. So we got those in store. Now, I don't even know which one I want to start with. Okay, I'll start with this one. So as I just said, we have our I've made packages with, of course, the mug and a journal and a pen, so you can have all of that. But we also have these wonderful bags that says, "Darling, you are fabulous. You are fabulous, sweetheart." So therefore, you'll be able to carry not only your journal and your pen, but we have a wonderful mug that says, "Dream big, work hard, make it happen." Make it happen. So every time you sip, you're going to make it happen. You're going to dream hard, you're going to work hard, and you're going to make it happen, period, because you are fabulous. Now, you're going to have your fabulous pen. I'm not going to leave you without a fabulous pen. So this is like a diamond pen to let you know that you are a diamond in the rough, honey, sweetheart. If you have a journal that says whatever you put your mind to, you can do it, period. So everything that we have is encouraging you to go forth in what God has you to do. We're going to go beyond your cover, sweetheart, and discover what it is that God has you to do. Now, I just showed you that. Now we have, okay, yes. So our catalogs are down in, as you can see in front of me. I don't know if you guys can see it. There we go. But if you can see it right here, you see the cover of this wonderful catalog that you can discover beyond this cover. Now, with this, you are able to they have SKU numbers, so you are able to actually pick out the actual outfit that you want, and we can get it in your actual size by the SKU number, and you're able to pick. So for those that are not wanting to use the website and to use and to come in, we will mail these out to you. So if you would like a catalog, message me on Facebook. If you're on my LinkedIn, under Shanidra Matthews, or see portraits, or any of the YouTubes that we have available, the Let's Dig Deep YouTube, or if you see this on Roku, you can go to any one of those platforms or our website that is located on below at seaportraitsmagazine.com. Now I'm going to play this wonderful video so you guys can know the surprise that is going to happen in 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks, on March the 14th, which is not only the grand opening, but it is my birthday. So God is allowing you guys to, interrupt on this one. God is allowing everyone to come to the grand opening and celebrate on my birthday. So I'm going to play that quick video so you guys can see what we have in store for. Oh, and we have a surprise guest. She is very inspirational to the children. She's a singer. She has opened up for Ashanti and Ja Rule. She's been on Teens for Kids show. She's been on all types of shows. A show with Steve Harvey. I mean, we have a special guest. I'm not going to tell you too much because I don't want you guys to know. They have a billboard of her in New York right now today. So that's a surprise that's going to happen. She's going to sing and on my birthday, which is the grand opening. March the 14th, we have our surprise guest, which is the singer. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video for you guys so you guys can see the itinerary. So the grand opening is March the 14th. It will start at 5. And, the cutting of the ribbon will start at 5:15. If you want to screenshot they will be selling their products as well. So you guys will be able to see some of their products that they will be selling and hopefully support and purchase one of their products. Or if you just want to support their business a different way, we will have our sponsorship yearbooks available. They're only $10, I think they're $10 or $15. And that will support one of the youth that we have or up and coming youth that will be at this grand opening. I'm trying to give people a chance to, if they want to screenshot this, they can while it's on. Now, another exciting thing that the kids are ready for is this. We're just going to remove this. There we go. Now, as you know, this will be one of the grand prizes. I think this is going to be like one of the $20 grand prizes if you donate. I like giving people gifts. Like when you donate something or donate an amount, I like to give gifts. So that's why I created a lot of different gifts. So I think this is our $20 gift. Like I said, it comes with a fabulous bag to carry your journal that has an inspirational thing, your diamond pen, and your mug. So that has inspirational message to it as well. Again, if you would like to purchase our catalog, that is, you can message me and I will send it to you. And that way, when we, as we get clothing in, if you're unable, if you have to work, you'll be able to call in or message me with your size and the SKU number, and I can just go ahead and start ordering your packages. It takes, I normally say 10 to 14 days. I used to hate that, but it normally comes before then. So that's what we have in store. We also have, again, if you want to donate or sponsor someone or just give like a $5 sponsorship, again, I created these little fancy bags. As you can see, the color and the theme is blue and gold for my birthday. Blue is my favorite color. I love all types of blue. Turquoise, I think, is my ultimate favorite color, but it's like a turquoise slash light blue is my favorite color. And of course, leopard. So, my birthday backdrop gonna have all them colors in there. But this one comes with a wonderful candle, a very inspirational candle. Um, I'm gonna take this out because it's gonna come with this fancy stuffing. But this candle is what you will receive in the $5 gift box, and it says, "Good things come to those who hustle." So you'll receive this awesome smelling candle with an inspirational message on it as well. So, as you know, we're about to get into it. I think I've showed you everything on today. Oh, behind me is one of this one just came in yesterday, so you didn't see this on my live. This is a beautiful white, look at this. I wonder if I can, look at that. That is beautiful white, off the shoulder, draped dress. This is a beautiful, awesome color. I love it. It's a very classy dress. So we have that dress available in our store as well. We will have another catalog coming out very soon now that our new items are out. But we do still have these items. So if you get these catalogs, you will get, I think, 5% off it's either 5 or 10% off your total purchase of one of these items in this catalog at the grand opening, or if you purchase before the grand opening. So again, the grand opening is on March the 14th. Thank you, Lord. On March the 14th. So we are 2 weeks away. So before you go on that vacation, just stop by the grand opening and, come support the entrepreneurs. Come see a performer perform. She is a celebrity. So come and support. Enjoy the show. As I said, she has opened for Ashanti and Ja Rule. She is on a billboard right now in New York. She's very talented. A young entrepreneur, singer, songwriter. She writes her own songs as well. So we have a lot of interesting things coming. So she will be our surprise guest. And no, I have not told you guys the name because, again, she's the surprise guest. Y'all going to be shocked and blown out the water. So if you want to know, you must come on March the 14th to see her perform. Now, as you know, we must get into the award. Oh, thank you, Lord. We also still have these wonderful, classy heel shoes available. And this one actually goes perfect with this beautiful white dress. So, if you want to dress and impress, you can have that and match that. And if you need me to put together an outfit for you, I would do that. I would gladly do that. And if you want additional, if you want 5% off whatever, if you were blue or gold, or if you buy one of our items, you'll get 5% off. No, 10. I'll give you 10% off. And this is live, so you can go back to my live. I will give you 10% off if you wear blue or gold at my grand opening / birthday party. So, again, let's go beyond the cover so that you can discover everything that we have. Now, today's topic is God's protection isn't rejection. It's not. It's not rejection. Now, as I told you, it seemed like we get rejected. Because I'm sure you have probably, applied for a job or wanted something so bad, a house, and You try to manifest it and all this stuff. You can't manifest nothing. You can think you are, but you're not talking to God. See, God said acknowledge him in all your ways. He knows the plans that he has for your life to prosper you. So if that is not prospering you, that's not of God. That's the easiest way to know. As you can see. And when y'all see the grand opening, you will see what it means when he's in it and when he prosper you when you do it his way. Because he knows the plans that he has for your life. But he said, don't get into that yet. Because we're going to get into the word of what I just said. Now, you have to take a deep breath and slow down. Now, even in business, we have, we feel like, dang, I knew that my business should have been able to, get that money or whatever. But as I told you guys, it may have seemed like I was rejected. I'm just playing. Or people could have looked at it as rejection. I didn't. But, when I took the class at the Urban League and someone else got the money or whatever, but that was just God's protection. He was just protecting me. Because as you are in business, before you get in business, you think you need all these expensive things and I need this and it has to be this and this. And if I get this money, I'm gonna spend it on this. But see, God cut most of the costs by the skills that he put in me. I was gonna be paying like $200 and something for a website. He put that in me and allowed me to be able to create my own website. What else? I know how to take my own pictures. That saved a lot of money. He helped me to create my own magazine. So most of these things, if you allow him to direct your path, you won't need all this money. Now, I'm not saying that the gifts that he has given me that, you should be able to do this and use it, because I have learned that everybody can't do it. But what I'm saying is certain things he will, build you up to do, to prosper you. So if you get this money and you go out here spending all this money on this. Oh, I need this, and I need this, and I need this, and I need this. Well, I needed all that stuff, but I ain't had no money. When I started out, I had no money, 2 kids, period. No child care, no nothing. They were babies. They're still basically babies. I mean, I have, she's 8 now, and I've been in business for 7 years in May. So, that should tell you a lot. And I had just became a single mom. So, out of all of the 7 years that God has blessed me to be in business in May, it'll be 7 years in May. He has done nothing but prosper me. And thankfully, the rejected part of me not getting the money or whatever was really God's protection. Because I would have wasted that money. Now when he give me way more money than I would have ever got. Now when he give me money, he knows that I'm going to, number one, put it directly in the savings and wait. What do you want me to do with this? Because I'm not touching it. I've touched money that he has blessed me with before without asking him, thinking it's just for me and I could just spend it any kind of way and not acknowledging him at all after he blessed me. And it was gone in like 2 seconds. Now I'm like, okay, thank you, Lord. What are we doing? I'm not. See, what I'm not going to do is touch that. So what are we doing? Me and you, because I need to know what your plans for this that you bless me with. I mean, this is a lot of money, so I'm trying to figure out. I know what I want to do with it, but what is it that you will have me to do with it? What are the plans that you have for my life? Because you have the plans for my life. I don't know. So when we start doing that, then we become prosperous because we're not doing things and leaning into our own understanding of what we think. Now, like I said, I used to lean to my own understanding, like, oh, God bless me, this is my money, and it is your money. But when he blesses you, he expects you to acknowledge him. to at least know what he has you to do. Now, when the government give you money, you gotta do it their way. And they have you spend it up in like 2 seconds on what they have you to do that has nothing to do with what you want to do. Everything that God is what I want to do. My original plan, which was not photography, but he had me to start out with photography. Cause remember, he basically rejected that plan. I had a whole different business plan. It had nothing to do with photography. Nothing. It was based on what I went to college for and what I went to school for. Period. So I was gonna manage my business and have everybody working, doing hair and all this stuff. And it was just this big grand thing. And it was going to be like a one stop. And look what God is already doing. So, as you know, God's protection isn't rejection. Even when, because I heard, I'm not going to say people, I'll say people, so nobody that I know will get offended. But people have came to me and they were like, I don't understand every time. What's wrong with me? Why I can't never find nobody that's right for me, this and that. But why are you finding him? Period. First of all, you doing it wrong. There's a order that God has it to go. And if you were going out finding him, he's supposed to be seeking you too. You don't need to be chasing him. I ain't never. The only person that has ever had more than one chance is the one that I have more than one child by. And I only have two. But that's it. And that was mainly because of that. Period. Honesty. Honesty. I have to be honest with you guys. Honesty. But even with that being said, I'm cool with everybody. So, but God's protection isn't rejection. Just because that guy rejected you or that girl rejected don't mean nothing about you. That just means God, he's very protective over you. Now, in my situation, I never chased. If anybody can tell you that, I'm not going to chase you. You're going to be big mad because I'm not that type, period. But, I was wondering, like, because I get fed up in 2 seconds. Like, bye, 2 seconds. Like, I don't have this to do. I don't have peace. I have to have a peace. But, I was like, well, God, he was like, so when are you going to learn? Yes, you can have any man you want. That's clear. But when are you going to wait on me to give you the man for you? And now I'm waiting on him because I can't be with any man. Clearly. Because they're not going to understand me. They're not. And I've dealt with that. And I am different, very different. I'm not the average at all. But the way my life is I'm not in control of my life. So I could tell you, hey, this is what I plan on doing today. And then God would, no, she's doing this. So then when you coming back or we talk again, I may be doing something else that God has me to do. I don't know, but they will have to be in tune with God to understand what is happening. But if they're not, they're going to be thinking I'm doing all types of stuff that I'm not doing. So, God's protection isn't rejection. Don't look at it as rejection or why and why is this and why is that. Lean not into your own understanding, but acknowledge God in all your ways. Our thoughts are not his thoughts. Trust and believe me, honey. I've been trying to figure this out. I'm like, God, what are we doing? Oh, because before I was planning everything out. I'm a planner, so I used to plan everything out. And I'm like, oh, I got this mapped out. So when I get this money here, I'm going to do this, and this. I'm like, what the heck? Why is it not happening like this? And God, he said, did you ever consider me? Did you acknowledge me at all? I'm like, well, I know this is going to work because I already mapped it out and planned it. He's like, who are you talking to, sweetheart? Who are you talking to? I said, well, I already mapped it out. But I didn't even know who I was talking to at that time. I didn't know I was talking to God. So now that I know, I'm like, hey, God, so this is what I'm thinking. But, what are we doing? Because I don't really know. I just wait, That's why I just put it in savings and don't even touch it. I don't even see it. Oh, well, I only got this amount. I don't even know nothing about that. I don't know. I don't even touch it. I've learned my lesson because I know it's God's protection. It isn't rejection. When I would go out here and get a car before God gives me the green light, it never works out. And then sometimes, it's still God's protection. Even if he does bless us, it's still more lessons that we have to learn. Joseph had to go through a lot. Jeremiah, Moses, Jonah, David, all of them. Not some of them, all of them. They all had to go through something. But it was just God's protection, not his rejection. So we're going to go right into his words. We're in Jeremiah. Now, Jeremiah is one of my favorites. He is one of my favorites because he was like, look, honey, look, God, because, honey, I was into Jeremiah. I might get back into Jeremiah because this is my stuff. This is my language. But, in Jeremiah, God is, he gave Jeremiah a letter to the exiles, pretty much, and he's telling them, how they should live and all this stuff, and what's about to happen, and all this and that. Now, after he says all of that, it lets you know, Jeremiah, the 29th chapter, verse 11, he says, "For I know," this is God. God said, "For he knows the plans he have for you," declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you. This is what prosper. That's why I said if it's not prospering you, then it's not from God. That's one of the easiest indications. How do you know if it's from God? If you're not prospering from it, and having peace with it, because people be like, "Oh, I'm making money. All I got." Are you having peace with it? With all the things I do, I'm at peace. I have peace. My problem is it's hard for me to stop doing it because I love doing what I do. And I'm doing what God has me to do. It's just an amazing feeling, And he provides all my needs. I don't have to worry about that. As long as I continue to acknowledge him in all my ways, I'm straight. I don't have to worry about nothing. I don't have to worry about my enemies, my adversaries. None of them. I can walk around with confidence in God. So, he said, "For I know, God, the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you." I'm not trying to harm you, sweetheart. Why do I keep getting hurt? Because you're doing it on your own. You're letting into your own understanding. You're not acknowledging God in all your ways. He said, acknowledge me in all your ways. Allow me, God, to direct your path. Not you, but God. Not me, but God. I had to learn that. I'm like, it's even deeper. Like, not only do we have to acknowledge him in all our ways, just financially and everything, everything. Well, let me tell you what everything means, because even when you're dealing with your children, sweetheart, he will have you to step back. You have to just step back and let God. And I just be like, okay, shut up. He'd be like, be quiet. I can't say a word. I'm not going to say. I'm not stepping into that fire. But I acknowledge it. I feel like, okay, this is your child. Because, I walk around, these are my kids. And when God starts speaking about his kids, them are your kids. Do whatever you got to do. Because I know what God is trying to do with them is going to prosper them, not harm them. It may seem like, and I know Murray looking like, now this is God's son. and he's about to get murdered like this. This is how he's gonna die. And I'm sure she was very confused when he left her and they couldn't find him for 3. I know they was freaking out. But he's like, didn't you know? She's like, no, I didn't know. Why would you put this type of stress on me? Why, son? Why? We didn't know where you was for 3 days. Why you didn't just tell us you was staying back here? But sometimes that's a test for not only the kid, but it's also a test for us to see if we're gonna trust him and know that he has plans for their life. Just like he has plans for our life, he knows the plans that he has for their life. Now, that's why he tells us not to lean into our own understanding, because I do not understand. I don't even understand what all the plans that he have in my life. So I know I'm not going to be able to understand what he has or what he's going to be doing and how he's going to do it in my children's life. So we have to learn to step back and acknowledge him in that. And know that God's protection isn't rejection. He's not rejecting us from being a parent. He's just protecting us because he's going to have to deal with certain things that we can't see. That's why we have to go beyond the cover. Beyond the cover is deeper than, open a book and all that, go beyond the cover. No, spiritually, beyond sight. Faith is beyond sight. We have to go beyond what we physically see our children doing or stuff happening. We physically see that we're being supposedly rejected. Oh, well, I didn't get that job. I was overly qualified. They should have hired me. And God was probably protecting you. He probably knew about them snakes. You was going to be amongst all them snakes, and you would have been stressed out. So he protected you from that. He didn't reject you. He said, the plans he have is to prosper you, not to harm you. That would have harmed you. And see, when we go outside of God, that's when we get harmed. That's when all the heartache comes. Because we didn't do it Yahweh. We went and hit the highway. So, he knows the plans that he has for you, to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future. Everybody asks, so do you have a retirement plan or anything like that? I love what I do. I really do. Did y'all not see that 100-and-something-year-old woman that is still doing hair? That's what she loves to do. I love what I do now. I'll be managing my business, but I love this. I'll be stepping in. I'm not going to be one of those business owners that never is at their business. I'm going to be popping into my businesses, multiple ones, and hands-on. I love what I do. My great aunt Helen and Ellen, y'all all know who they are. They worked until they died. They love what they do. So when you ask me, do I ever know? Now, do I have a plan in my head and what I wrote down? Yes, but as we know, I don't know what God is doing, so I don't know how it's going to go. So I'm just going with the flow of God. So don't think that his protection is rejection. He said his protection isn't rejection. You're not being rejected, sweetheart. You didn't need that man. How he going to reject me and go like, or how she going to reject me for him? That's your protection. Maybe you would have messed it up. Maybe not right now. Maybe you will have it later. I could have been like, well, God, you want me to do photography? What is this? This is what I want to do. But he ended up having me doing what I wanted to do. In reality, this is, when y'all see all the stuff that's in here, y'all know. And if I could find my first business plan that I wrote out for the Urban Link, y'all see some of this that God manifested that I did not manifest. You can't manifest nothing. But, that God manifested years later. But he had to grow me up. It was for my protection, not my rejection. He didn't reject the plan that I had. He just protected it. So I could be prosperous in it. Because we go into things, and I was jumping. I'm like, oh God, oh, he just gave me this. Because when he was giving me visions and ideas and stuff, I was writing it down and I was ready. I'm like, oh, I'm about to do it now. Oh, oh, oh. He was like, I didn't even finish. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to start on what you have me doing. You're like, slow down, sweetheart. Slow it down. What are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm trying to do what you told me to do. I'm trying to do it now. So you said, go ahead and wait. He said, be anxious for nothing. And my little anxious butt was ready. I'm like, what? What we doing? Yes. Okay, I'm about to start this. I'm about to do this. Wait. It's God is protected when he tell you to wait. Or when he tell you no. Sometimes it's like, not right now. Or sometimes it's no, period. So, you just have to accept whatever it is. When your boss tell you no, you're like, all right. You could have came in there and like, oh, well, I know I done wrote this out, been up all night. I know they're gonna give me a raise because I wrote this out and I did this and all this and I do too much for the company, so I know. And then they say, nope, I'm sorry, nope. They don't even tell you sorry. They're like, nope. Then you walk out of that big mad at everybody else, and then they turn around and give it to somebody else. And you like, how did that happen? And that's not fair. God's protection isn't rejection. Like I said at Ross, I worked at Ross. I'm not going to tell y'all which one, but I worked at Ross. And I applied for the management position. And, I, got the application, they hired me for that position. I had to go through the training, so I started out as a cashier that was training me to do different things and all of this and that. Then I got into a wreck, came in on crutches, still ready to work, for the management position. And then they came in and brought somebody in and told me to train while they wasn't paying me, the manager. Hey, wanted me to train someone else that was less qualified than I was to be a manager for my position that I thought was my position. But look at me now. From nothing to something, he made me. Out of the ashes, he raised me. So, I mean, look at me now. So, of course, I quoted one of my favorite pastors slash rappers, gospel singers, Pastor Mike Jr. So, but that's true because, look at me now. Look at me now. So it's like what he has for you, the plans he has is to prosper you. See, I would have been making Ross prosper, making nickels and pennies. When he wanted to prosper me with way more than they could have ever gave me, period. So, as you know, let's go beyond the cover of our situation. Let's get led spiritually. And when I say spiritually, I'm saying led by God, the only God, the one and only, the I am that I am. Got to be very specific nowadays. People that's saying, "Oh yeah, I'm spiritual and all this." I don't know if we serving God. I'm talking about is the only God, the one and only I am that I am. Period. There is no other, but neither here nor there. That's God is the judge, and He will deal with His children. So all I'm here to do is tell you guys the truth. I do have on my more too classy jumpsuit with this ruffle shirt. The shirt did not come with it. I just bought this because I thought it fit with it. So, this is a more too classy clothing as well. So all I can say to you guys is that trust God. That's all He wants you to do. Trust and acknowledge Him. You trust everybody else and you wonder why you keep getting hurt. Oh, they hurt me. Now they hurting me. I can't trust nobody. Trust God. He ain't hurt you. You hurt you. You make that you turn and look at you. God did not show me no, but I was pointing and God said, up, boom. Look at you, Shanita. We're working on you. Because when you come up there, all he's going to be asking you about is you. And you don't want him to tell you, depart from me, worker of iniquity, worker of sin. I never knew you. Who would ever want that? I don't want that. So I want to be caught doing what he asked me to do. Now, last year, my birthday, it was just me and him. He had me around the water. It was so extra special, and I thought it was going to happen this year. But, there's a lot going on in this world. I don't know what he's going to do after my birthday. Or before my birthday. I don't know. But, this year, as I am an introvert, he's going to have my birthday publicly. So, for my grand opening. So, I'm excited. Again, you can get our catalogs. You can either contact me, you can message me on Messenger, or actually on our website at cportraitsmagazine.com. Again, all you have to do is do the SKU number. It is actually numbers, which is the SKU number. And tell me the size and your address and your name, and I will have it shipped directly to you. So that's all I have for you on today. Let's go beyond the cover and discover. I'm going to leave this ad for you.